hours, you'll never look at bedtime the same way again. I'm Dr. Daniel Hayes, and I've spent more than 20 years helping older adults improve their health through practical, evidence-based lifestyle changes. Throughout my career, I've seen people transform their daily lives, not by expensive treatments or complicated routines, but by making small adjustments that work with the body's natural rhythms. Today, I'm going to share what modern sleep research says about the best bedtime after age 70, why it matters so much, and how one simple change may help support better brain function, heart health, and overall well-being. By the end of this video, you'll understand the 5 biggest reasons why your bedtime matters more than you may think. We'll also reveal one bonus strategy near the end that many sleep experts recommend to help your body prepare for deeper, more refreshing sleep naturally. Make sure you stay until the very end, because that final tip could be the easiest improvement you make tonight. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. How old are you, and what time do you usually go to bed? Write better sleep in the comments if you're ready to improve your evening routine starting today. Your experience might encourage someone else who is watching this video. Now, let's begin. Reason number 5. Going to bed too late can make recovery more difficult. Have you ever noticed that some mornings your joints feel unusually stiff? Or perhaps you wake up feeling as though you never really rested? Many people assume this is simply part of getting older, but that's not always the whole story. Do you know why this happens? While you sleep, your body performs thousands of repair processes. Your immune system becomes active. Damaged tissues begin healing. Muscles recover. Your body also helps regulate natural inflammatory responses. These processes are especially important after the age of 70 because recovery naturally becomes slower as we age. When bedtime becomes consistently late, those overnight repair systems may not work as efficiently. Over time, this can contribute to feeling more tired, more achy, and less energetic during the day. Think of your body like a house that needs maintenance every night. If the repair crew arrives late, they simply don't have enough time to finish all the work before morning. Night after night, small problems begin to build. Many people completely miss this part. They focus only on sleeping longer. But quality sleep begins with proper timing. That's why what you need isn't necessarily more sleep. You need sleep that happens at the right time. One practical habit is to begin slowing down about an hour before bed. Dim the lights. Turn off stressful television programs. Avoid scrolling endlessly on your phone. Choose calming activities instead. Reading a book, listening to soft music, gentle stretching, quiet conversation. These small habits help your brain recognize that bedtime is approaching. And over time, your body starts preparing itself naturally. But that's not all. There's another reason bedtime matters even more after 70. Reason number 4. Your body's repair hormones follow a schedule. Many people hear the word hormones and immediately think about younger people. But hormones remain incredibly important throughout life. They help maintain muscle, support bone health, assist tissue repair, and influence how refreshed you feel the next morning. Here's something fascinating. Your body releases many of its important nighttime repair hormones during the first part of sleep. If you regularly delay bedtime, you may shorten the amount of deep sleep your body receives during those valuable early hours. The result? You might wake up feeling less restored even after spending plenty of hours in bed. That's why 2 people can both sleep for 8 hours and still feel completely different the next morning. Timing matters. Imagine hiring a construction crew to repair your home overnight. If they don't start until halfway through the night, much less work gets completed before sunrise. Your body works in a very similar way. After age 70, every opportunity for overnight repair becomes increasingly valuable. The good news is that you don't have to make dramatic changes overnight. Start by moving your bedtime just 15 minutes earlier. Stay consistent for several days. Then move another 15 minutes earlier if needed. Small changes are usually much easier to maintain than trying to completely change your schedule in one night. The real secret starts right now. Because the next reason isn't just about how you feel tomorrow. It's about protecting one of your most valuable assets, your brain. Reason number 3. Your brain has a natural cleaning system that works best at night. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there? Maybe you've misplaced your glasses, forgotten someone's name, or struggled to remember a word that used to come easily. Occasional forgetfulness happens to everyone, but after the age of 70, protecting brain health becomes more important than ever. Many people believe the brain simply shuts off while we sleep. In reality, that's when some of its most important work begins. Here's something many people actually don't know. While you're in deep sleep, your brain activates what scientists often describe as its natural cleaning system. Think of it like the overnight cleaning crew in a busy office building. During the day, everyone is working. Papers pile up, trash collects, dust settles. Then, once the building empties, the cleaning crew moves in and restores everything before morning. Your brain works in a surprisingly similar way. Throughout the day, normal brain activity creates waste products. During deep sleep, your brain helps clear many of these substances away. This process supports healthy brain function and is one reason good sleep is linked with better memory and clearer thinking. But here's where bedtime becomes incredibly important. That deep, restorative sleep usually happens more during the earlier part of the night. If you regularly stay awake until midnight, or even later, you may shorten the time your brain spends in those important stages of sleep. Many people think, "I'll just sleep later tomorrow." Unfortunately, your internal body clock doesn't always work that way. It prefers consistency. The brain loves routine. When bedtime changes every night, your internal clock has to keep adjusting. Over time, this can make it harder to fall asleep, harder to stay asleep, and harder to wake up feeling refreshed. There is one more crucial point here that you need to know. Researchers have found that maintaining a regular sleep schedule may support healthier cognitive aging compared with constantly changing bedtime habits. Notice the word regular. Not perfect, regular. That means trying to go to bed at approximately the same time every evening, even on weekends. Your body thrives on predictable routines. Imagine trying to catch a train. If the train arrives at the same time every day, you know exactly when to be at the station. But if it changes every night, you're constantly guessing. That's exactly how your internal clock feels when bedtime keeps moving. One patient once told me, "Doctor, I don't even feel sleepy until midnight." Instead of forcing an immediate 2-hour change, we adjusted her bedtime by just 15 minutes every few days. We also encouraged morning sunlight shortly after waking. Within several weeks, she naturally became sleepy earlier each evening. She wasn't forcing sleep anymore. Her body had simply relearned its rhythm. That is the power of consistency. Not perfection, consistency. But that's not all. Even if your brain feels fine today, there's another organ that quietly depends on your bedtime every single night. And it's working every second you're asleep. Your heart. The next reason may surprise you, because it explains why doctors increasingly pay attention not only to how long people sleep, but also when they fall asleep. Reason number 2. The right bedtime may help support a healthier heart. Your heart never takes a night off. Even while you're sleeping, it's working every second to circulate blood, deliver oxygen, and keep every organ functioning properly. But here's something many people don't realize. Your heart also has its own daily rhythm. Just like your brain and your digestive system, it follows an internal biological clock. After the age of 70, that clock becomes even more important. As we grow older, blood vessels naturally become less flexible. blood pressure regulation can become more sensitive. Recovery from daily stress may take longer than it did decades ago. That's why nighttime becomes one of the most important opportunities your cardiovascular system has to recover. Do you know why doctors are paying closer attention to bedtime, not just sleep duration? Because several large studies have suggested that people who regularly fall asleep within a consistent evening window tend to have better cardiovascular outcomes than those whose bedtime varies widely. This doesn't mean bedtime alone determines heart health. Far from it. Exercise, nutrition, smoking, alcohol use, medical conditions, and medications all play major roles. But sleep timing is one piece of the puzzle that many people overlook. Think about your heart like a car engine. If you drive it all day but never perform routine maintenance, wear and tear gradually build up. Nighttime is when your body performs much of that maintenance. When your sleep schedule is consistent, your body can better coordinate important overnight processes like blood pressure regulation, hormone balance, and tissue recovery. Many people completely miss this part. They believe staying up another hour won't make much difference. One night probably won't, but months and years of inconsistent sleep habits can slowly affect how refreshed and resilient your body feels. I remember speaking with a gentleman in his 70s who enjoyed watching late-night news every evening. By the time he finally turned off the television, it was often after midnight. He wasn't sleeping poorly because of insomnia. He simply delayed bedtime every night. Together, we redesigned his evening routine. Television off earlier, lights dimmed, a relaxing cup of herbal tea, soft music instead of breaking news. Within a few months, he told me something interesting. "I don't just sleep better," he said. "I feel calmer all day." His mornings became less rushed. He woke up with more energy. Even his daily walks became easier because he no longer felt exhausted before breakfast. Of course, everyone is different. No bedtime guarantees perfect health. But giving your body a consistent opportunity to recover each night is one of the simplest habits you can control. Here's a practical routine you can begin tonight. Around 2 hours before bed, reduce bright lights throughout your home. 1 hour before bed, avoid emotionally stressful television or upsetting news whenever possible. 30 minutes before bed, choose something relaxing. Read, pray, meditate. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Listen to calming music. Allow your body to understand that nighttime has arrived. The real secret isn't forcing yourself to sleep. It's helping your body prepare for sleep naturally. But we're not finished yet. Everything we've discussed so far leads to the most important reason of all. The final reason isn't only about your heart. It isn't only about your brain. It's about the speed at which your entire body ages. And once you understand this, you'll see bedtime in a completely different way. Reason number 1. Consistent sleep timing may help you age more gracefully. If I could encourage every person over 70 to change just one daily habit, this might be it. Because the benefits of healthy sleep don't stay in one part of the body. They reach nearly every system. Your immune system, your muscles, your metabolism, your mood, your memory, even your body's ability to repair itself. Scientists often describe aging as a gradual accumulation of wear and tear inside our cells. Every day, your body works to repair some of that damage. Sleep is one of the most important times when those repair processes take place. When sleep becomes inconsistent, those natural recovery systems may not work as efficiently. Over months and years, the effects can slowly build. Not overnight, not dramatically, but gradually. Think about saving money. One small deposit doesn't seem life-changing, but making the same deposit every week for years creates remarkable results. Healthy sleep works in much the same way. One good night won't transform your health, but hundreds of good nights can make an enormous difference in how you feel and function. Many people assume, I'm already over 70. It's too late. Nothing could be further from the truth. Healthy habits continue to matter at every age. In fact, some of the greatest improvements happen after people decide it's finally time to care for themselves consistently. I once met a wonderful woman in her early 80s who had always considered herself a lifelong night owl. She regularly stayed awake until 1 o'clock in the morning. She believed that was simply who she was. Instead of forcing dramatic change, she shifted her bedtime little by little. 15 minutes earlier, then another 15, week after week. She also created a relaxing evening ritual she genuinely enjoyed. A warm bath, a good novel, gentle stretching, soft lighting. Within a few months, she smiled and said something I'll never forget. I feel like I have mornings again. She wasn't rushing through her day anymore. She enjoyed breakfast. She started walking with neighbors. She felt more optimistic. Her bedtime hadn't changed her entire life overnight, but it helped create the conditions for healthier days. That's the real lesson. Better sleep isn't about chasing perfection. It's about giving your body the opportunity to do what it was designed to do. Repair, recover, restore, and prepare you for another meaningful day. Because growing older doesn't mean giving up on feeling well. It means becoming even more intentional about the habits that support your health. One consistent bedtime, one peaceful evening routine, one good night's sleep at a time. Now, let me share the bonus strategy I promised at the beginning of this video. This is one of the simplest habits you can build, yet it's one that many sleep specialists recommend because it helps your body naturally prepare for restful sleep. It's called creating an evening wind-down routine. Many people spend the last hour before bed watching intense news, scrolling through social media, checking emails, or worrying about tomorrow. Then they expect their brain to suddenly switch into sleep mode. Unfortunately, that's not how the brain works. Your brain needs a transition. Think about driving a car. You don't slam on the brakes while traveling at highway speed and expect a smooth stop. You gradually slow down. Your mind needs the same gentle approach every evening. Try following this simple routine for the next 2 weeks. About 90 minutes before bedtime, begin lowering the lights in your home. Bright lighting tells your brain it's still daytime. Softer lighting encourages your body to begin producing melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. Around 1 hour before bed, turn off televisions, tablets, and smartphones if possible. If you must use a screen, lower the brightness and avoid emotionally stimulating content. Instead, choose activities that help your mind relax. You might read a favorite book, listen to calming music, practice gentle stretching, spend a few quiet moments in prayer or meditation, or simply sit with a warm cup of caffeine-free herbal tea. There is one more crucial point here that many people overlook. Your bedroom environment matters just as much as your bedtime. Keep your bedroom cool, quiet, dark, comfortable. Even small improvements can make a noticeable difference. If outside light enters your room, consider blackout curtains. If noise is a problem, a fan or white noise machine may help create a more peaceful environment. Another habit worth trying is avoiding large meals and excessive fluids within 2 to 3 hours of bedtime. Heavy meals may leave you feeling uncomfortable, while drinking too much late in the evening can increase nighttime bathroom trips, interrupting your sleep. If you're hungry, choose something light. A small handful of walnuts, a banana, plain yogurt, or a few whole grain crackers. Simple choices are often the best. Many people ask me, "Doctor, what if I can't fall asleep right away?" Here's my advice. Don't panic. Don't keep staring at the clock. Watching the minutes pass usually creates more stress. If you haven't fallen asleep after about 20 minutes, get out of bed for a short time. Read something relaxing under dim light. Practice slow breathing. Then return to bed once you begin feeling sleepy again. Remember, the goal isn't to force sleep. The goal is to create the conditions where sleep arrives naturally. And perhaps the most important lesson of all, don't expect perfection. Some nights will be better than others. That's completely normal. Healthy sleep is built through consistency, not perfection. One peaceful evening leads to another. One healthy habit supports the next. Before long, those small choices become part of your lifestyle. And that's where lasting improvements often begin. Let's quickly review what we've learned today. If you're over 70, your bedtime is about far more than simply getting enough hours of sleep. A consistent evening routine may help support better overnight recovery, healthier brain function, improved heart health, more refreshing deep sleep, better energy during the day, and healthier aging over time. Remember, no single habit is a miracle cure, but small, consistent lifestyle choices can work together to support your overall health and quality of life. Tonight, I encourage you to try just one change. Go to bed a little earlier. Dim the lights. Put away the phone. Give your body the quiet, restful environment it deserves. Your future self may thank you for it. If today's video was helpful, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more evidence-based health and wellness advice designed especially for adults over 40 and seniors who want to stay active, independent, and healthy. Also, share this video with a parent, grandparent, spouse, sibling, or friend who could benefit from improving their sleep routine. You never know whose life might be changed by one simple piece of helpful information. Finally, I'd love to hear from you. How old are you and what time do you usually go to bed? Leave your answer in the comments below. I read as many comments as I can, and your experience may inspire someone else in our growing community. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Until next time, take good care of yourself. Take good care of the people you love. And remember, better nights often lead to better days. I'll see you in the next video.